Yeah.
Um,
But I don't really care. Like,
because
it's not
of
that
the
big of a deal.
propulsive energy of just because it's going so fast that you're having a good time.
There is that, and also the fact that the Prime Directive is this weird thing out there that I don't like. It's never like plastered up on the screens for the whole audience to read and then click I accept. You know, like.
It's really simple. It's just you don't interfere with alien life forms.
Right, and then Spock is supposed to be the top tier sort of officer who would know that, but his goal was to do that.
Sure, it's a plot hole, and as part of the opening like James Bond action sequence, I was still pretty much fine with it. I was still along for the ride, but the whole movie is kind of like that, where something will happen that seems to be of great consequence, and then they push it away for no reason. Kirk is taken away from his job as captain of the Enterprise, and then he's back on in 10 minutes or so. Spoilers, Kirk is dead, then Kirk is alive because they injected Khan's blood into a tribble and it brought that back to life. Bones is just injecting blood into whatever he finds around the office.
Okay,
I don't understand this at all.
No, they had a reason to take the blood from Khan, right? Yeah. They had him locked up, and then he was like, "I want a sample," and then he had a dead tribble
to put into this dead tribble.
Which is also ignoring the fact that human blood revived an alien species. But I also don't really care about that either because it's Khan's blood, and Khan is just sort of this super entity.
But it's such
it's not something you
sex machine.
It's sort of, but they introduce it early in the film, and I think that's why it works.
It makes no sense that Kirk would be dead and be brought back to life by this regenerative blood, and on top of that, it doesn't make any sense that they have to get Khan and bring him back for the blood. Bones actually says, Spock, nurse. Wait, I can recover this one. Yes, and, nurse, take one of those missiles.
Movie's over.
Everyone, damn it, you can all go home. I wish that they had done just like at the end of Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I wish they had just had Carl Urban come back out and say, "You're still here? It's over. Go home."
And you wanted the whole ending chase sequence on Coruscant to be...
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
And Jeffrey Jones is there.
Getting mauled by some thing. Anyway.
Where was I? Oh yeah. Nurse, take one of those missile compartments that has one of the frozen Superman in it.
Yeah.
Take the Superman out of that one.
Yeah.
So that we have room to put Kirk in.
Yeah.
And then we'll get Khan back. We'll bring him here.
Yeah.
Then we'll take Kirk back out of the thing, and we'll take Khan's blood, put it in Kirk.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
What's wrong with that?
They have a guy with magic blood right there.
Well, they don't know that.
Yeah, they know that.
They don't know that.
They know that.
That's assuming something from the basis of the plot that's established, but
Look,
it's never ever stated in the movie.
It's stated in the movie
No, it
that
isn't.
they're all genetic Superman.
Yeah, but all you know is that Khan has this, and Bones is a doctor. He's a doctor. You're not going to take random blood. He has experimented with the blood of Khan.
Why don't they just take the blood of one of the people they already have there and just pump it into that tribble?
Because by the time they realized they could do that...
No, they kill the tribble, they broke its little tribble neck, and then they inject one of the...
No. You're missing the point, is that the moment in the
You
movie...
mean like thematically?
No, I'm just saying that Bones is a doctor.
Yeah. He's not anything else.
I know, but damn it, he's a doctor, Max. He would, he wouldn't just take blood from someone, like, he doesn't know that. like, you can assume it. He probably would assume it, but he doesn't know for sure. And when the time he figures out that he can use the blood of these super people to revive Kirk, there's no time to test, to kill the Tribble again, and then test another Superman's blood on the Tribble and see if that works. He knows the blood of Khan works, so he wants Khan's blood, and just that, right now, give me Khan. I know this blood works. I don't have time to kill another Tribble. So, no, honestly, I think...
That's alright. Yeah, that's okay.
I think that's why I'm okay with that.
I'll accept that. It's still dumb.
It's not the best, but it's not bad. I think the movie is such a crazy roller coaster ride that you don't really need to hammer down these little details.
It is a roller coaster, but it's a roller coaster with real weird pacing.
Really?
Yeah, I think that the most exciting scene in the whole movie is Kirk and Khan. That sounds great, by the way. Kirk and Khan.
Kirk and Khan?
Yeah. Kirk and Khan slingshotting their way through empty space from one ship to another. It's fun and thrilling, and the closest the movie comes to the previous movie. You got Scotty running around down a long hallway.
And the camera stays on it.
2 or 3 full minutes. You've got, clear stakes and tension. It works really well. Then there's a space battle that doesn't come close to anything we see in the first movie. Then there's a foot chase. It's like the stakes plateau real early and then taper off for the end, and it feels like we just watched the movie in reverse or something.
Nah. Let me say that I really like the Batch in this movie. I
like the Batch on general principle.
Me too. Like I've seen him in a few things, but in this especially, he was the whole glue for this movie. Like, I wouldn't have liked this movie half as much if he wasn't there doing his thing for the whole time.
I watched it thinking I wish they'd given this guy something to do, because he's not. First of all, he's not old Khan.
No.
And that makes no sense because the Botany Bay was frozen long before Eric Bana and his Romulan mining crew came back on the...
Which is the ship that Khan was in.
What?
The Botany Bay, right?
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. But people know that.
Okay.
Everybody knows that. Come on. Don't know what the Botany Bay is?
We're still talking here. We've moved on, and the one viewer of this video is like, I can't figure what the fuck a Tribble is.
He's not old Khan.
Yeah.
And that makes no sense. And he's not a new, interesting character that has something new to offer. He's not that either. He's just a random strongman.
No. He's got a lot to do, actually. He's got more to do in this movie, I'd argue, than Multiban has to do in Wrath of Khan.
He does a lot more punching. And he crushes like 3 or 4 people's heads.
I don't mean physically. I mean just, even if you want to go to basics like screen time, I think Cumberbatch has got more to do as Khan.
He feels like he has less screen time than Montalban in this movie. Because
I never really missed him that much when they capture him on the ship, which this is probably going to be the last movie I ever go past to the villain surrendering.
He meant to be caught.
Yeah, that's like the last time. The Dark Knight, the Avengers.
Yeah, probably Thor 2 coming up, maybe.
He's already in there, so that's more like Silence of the Lambs.
So is this. Really.
Skyfall did that. I shouldn't have said that.
Everybody's doing the glass wall walk up where, I liked it better when it was in Austin Powers 3. Thank you.
Let's just sit and let that one ferment. But no, as soon as they capture him and they put him in that movie.
And can we talk about the fact that it was his plan all along? Because nobody's plan in this movie makes any sense at any point.
I think it's just sort of a humble jumble of things just starting to work out.
Khan put his people into fake missiles that then Starfleet wanted to put onto the Enterprise to fire at Khan.
Yeah.
All of the missiles?
I don't know.
Then when Khan is on the Klingon planet, he says, how many missiles do you have? And Kirk says, we have
72.
Yeah, and that's how many crew members. So Khan remembers that he put his crew members into the missiles, and he surrenders immediately.
Well, of course he remembers that.
Well, what was his plan in the first place?
Well,
have them fire the missiles?
No. I think his plan was to smuggle the missiles out, but
why put them in missiles? Why not put them in,
I don't know,
crates or something?
Well, the last thing you're going to search is missiles.
But then
think about it like that.
But why were the missiles why would Starfleet have these missiles that are so locked down? Don't they see that as suspicious? It's only Scotty who sees that as suspicious.
Yeah, but that's an old movie cliche that you can date back to the start of cinema.
And then they're opening the missiles, and there's a dumb sequence down on the planet where they end up disarming it just by ripping the whole thing out.
Well, here's the thing: is I think didn't Khan make the missiles for the RoboCop commander, and he was going to use them for Starfleet.
Yeah.
But really, Khan's intention was to smuggle them. But then that got screwed up because they betrayed Khan, and he had to flee. And he started this other plan of killing them off.
But why wouldn't he also permanently disarm the missiles? Because they still blow up.
Yeah.
When Spock sends them over to his ship without the people inside.
I think
these were still fully functioning missiles.
I think a lot of the plans people have in this movie aren't necessarily smart plans, but I'll counter that with the fact that Khan, in Wrath of
Khan blew up the Starfleet building because Starfleet wanted him to do that so that they could start a war on the Klingons, but then Khan goes to the Klingon planet, and then they're going to fire at the Klingons, but he doesn't want them to.
If you want...
because his people are in the missiles, but he gave them the missiles with his people in it.